The way that I approach a pole circle and the guys that I get is that we have to all work together.
I want all my children to be able to be proud of their dad, the same way that I'm proud of mine.
You're not going to make it through here without me, and I'm not going to be successful without you. But if we don't work together, then none of us are going to be successful at that.
I have no doubt in my mind, like, this is where I want to be.
If you're not willing to put everything into it, then you're not going to get anything out of it.
In today's episode of Towards the Storm, we will be following Todd and his new group of students. They're learning the skills they need to work in one of the most demanding and dangerous professions out there. It's a job that requires grit, determination, and a willingness to face challenges head on. Join us on this journey and see what it takes to become a lineman.
My name is Todd Hofer. I'm been in line work for 34 years, and I've been teaching here at SLTC for 4. I actually got into this trade because I needed a job. It just so happens that my father-in-law knew, had a friend that owned a small contractor in Nashville. And he said, hey, look, he said, I'm going to get you a job here. What you do with it is up to you. He said, but the one thing is I do not want you in the air.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, once you get your bag, you wanna close the top on your bag. This is gonna simulate what you're gonna have to do should somebody get hurt up on a pole. You gotta get up there and get him down.
Of course, I spent 34 years working in the field. I've worked in 34 different states along my career. It's given me an opportunity to see a lot of the country that I never thought I would. After a certain amount of time, your family starts to tell you, say, hey, Dad, it's time to come home. And that's basically why I left. I didn't really retire, even though my wife told me, you can retire anytime you want to. It kind of gets in your blood, so to speak. I just couldn't imagine not being in this trade in some form or fashion.
Go! Come on, come on, come on, girls. You got to remember, somebody's life is depending on you getting up there and getting him down. Doesn't matter whether you like him or not. You don't want him to die. We're at 30 seconds already, and I don't have anybody on the pole yet. You've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to get that person down to the ground and start CPR. Right now, that sumbitch on the pole is dead meat. $224. That man's going to the morgue and not to home. Just saying. Because at 2 minutes and 24 seconds, you still got to get him down. You still got to get him down. That's all on you. All right, let's try it one more time, ladies. Let's go.
I was expecting difficulty levels to be, maximum. I mean, I didn't take it kind of lightly. I was in the gym or running, trying to get in at least better shape than I was before. You walk in and get in line behind a bunch of dudes, and you're looking around, and those butterflies start kind of getting loose, and you're seeing those poles, looking up at the top, knowing what's to come, and then getting to kind of meet the instructors for the first time.
Guys, even though you're rushing to get up that pole, you still have to have a good climbing technique. That technique will make you faster getting up that pole.
They don't know what to expect when they get here. They've seen the videos. They think they know what they're about to get into, but they're a little apprehensive. They're with a bunch of people they don't know, so they're really quiet, which is kind of unusual.
On the clock. Let's go, girls. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, come on. I see a weak link. I see a weak link. Come on, I see it. I see it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Y'all going to have to do better than that, guys. Y'all start slowing down. I don't know why you're slowing down. You ain't done nothing all damn day.
I had a little unusual of a backstory, I guess, in high school. I actually kind of stepped out of high school around my sophomore year. That was at the time, that's when my son was born. So I was 16 at the time, which was scary, very scary. It was a huge adjustment, and I decided to go ahead and start working. At the time, I was doing flooring at 16 with my dad and his family business. At 18, I decided, okay, I needed to do something a little different, something that had, consistent pay, or maybe just step outside the family business and see what else is out there. So 18, did a warehouse job, stayed there for a year. After that, kind of moved into the cable industry, stayed there for 6 years. And that was my first experience of having that outdoor work, or, climbing up poles and having that sense of freedom. And then, you go home at night and start looking at these SLTC videos again, and you're just like, shit, I got to get there. I remember driving down the road. I had been at a family friend's house, and he had actually retired from a co-op. And he's like, Austin, you are getting older. And I'm not telling you what you need to do, but whatever you do, you need to do it soon and get your head out of your ass. So driving down the road after leaving his house, I pulled the school up again, and I just got rid of all the excuses, and I said I will just figure it out as I go. Got the application in, submitted it that night. It seems like 5-6 days later, they're calling me, we're getting things confirmed, things are rolling. Next thing you know, I'm week 1 in a pole circle, wondering how the hell did I get here?
No pressure. No pressure. Just somebody's life. Go! Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, Mr. Austin. I'm counting on you, buddy. You got to get me down.
We got good guys in my pole circle. We got guys from all over the country here. But you do see the occasional guys that you look over and somebody's got a bag on their shoulder and they're carrying their tools to the parking lot and calling it quits. It is tough. I mean, for some of us, myself included, I haven't been away from home this long. Not doing anything like this before. It's different. Obviously, we have the advantages of FaceTime and being able to call and talk to on the phone. And I'm fortunate. Some guys are hours away from home. 15 weeks on paper kind of sounds like a quick, easy run, and then you get through the first week and it feels like you've been here a month. And that's not a bad thing. It's just, it's different. It's you're exhausted, you're sore. I mean, we're taking ice baths just to kind of keep ourselves moving to go to the next day, and then you miss the phone calls, or you're not able to call back, or maybe you're not even in the greatest moods to stay on the phone, and it's tough. you got to make sure that they're kind of understanding you're not ignoring them, or you're just tired. You're just plain exhausted. So it's been an adjustment for sure.
This is nothing compared to what being on a line crew is going to be like. You're going to be the new guy. You're going to catch all the shit possible. That's just how it works. But they do it for a reason. They do it, first of all, to see if they can depend on you, if you're going to do what they tell you to do, or if you're going to give them a bunch of shit. If you do, you're not going to be on that crew. Nobody's going to work you. Everybody has to go through this.
You couldn't do this without it. There's no way. That's one of the first things that I tell the students when they get here is that there are no individuals in that pole circle. If you don't all work together, then none of you will succeed. It's the same thing when you go out on a line crew. Without that brotherhood, without that kinship that you have with the guys that you're going to be working with, I don't care what you do, you could be the guy flagging traffic. But if you don't do your job, then the other guys are not going to be able to do theirs. So you have to have that brotherhood. You have to always be looking out for one another. If you don't, then the whole thing falls apart.
He brings the rope out, and you really don't know what's going on. You know, fortunately, I got to see some videos. Some guys did, some guys didn't, so I kind of had an idea what was to come. But you really don't know how it's going to feel.
Both hands on that rope. It's the only way this is going to work. So when I say go, you're going to pull that rope just as fast as you can. Does everybody understand that?
We get into our working positions. You start laying out sideways. You got one foot in, another foot out on the back side of the pole. And he says to pull.
Pull! Come on, pull! Come on, guys, get loud! Pull, pull! Come on, talk! Pull, faster! Come on, guys! Come on, come on, come on!
And every pull, you're yelling pull, and next thing you know, your chest is beating, your heart's beating fast, you're sweating your ass off. Guys are,
Come on.
slowing down. He's yelling, getting louder, and you're like, oh crap, we're just halfway through this.
Everybody, pull, pull. Come on, go, go, go. Pull the rope, pull the rope. Come on, guys, go, go, go. Faster, faster, come on. All right, y'all stop. That's probably the most pathetic display I've ever seen in my life. That really is. Nobody worked together. That's the whole point of this. Nobody worked together. Nobody said anything. You've got to cheer each other on. You've got to be loud. That's the whole point. You've got to work together. That's the one thing I've preached the whole time. You've got to work together. If you don't work together, this is what happens. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, so you see this knot right here. Everybody see this knot? This is a starting point. This is a starting point. When that knot gets back to that spot, I'll tell you to stop. If I don't tell you to stop, that means keep pulling because you have not done your job. Does everybody get what I'm saying?
I was looking forward to it. I got it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, these suck bad. So, but now, it teaches us to get into the right working positions. You got to have both hands to do this job. We can't just do it with one, and you got to really trust your equipment and be able to lean out there and do what you got to do.
I need a working position. Come on, Mr. Diebler. Get in a working position. No, babe, I need you in line with that rope. Step around the pole, buddy. Step around. Come on. Come on, Mr. Diebler. Step around the pole. Keep on coming around, baby. You ain't there yet. Hook that pole with your toe. Reach out there with both hands, man. Grab a handful. I want all these other PCs that are standing here to know you're pulling the rope. But you've got to get loud. The louder you are, the faster that rope's going to move. The louder you are, the faster that rope will move. And that way you can end it faster. We all want to stop this, right? That's a pain in the ass to pull that rope, ain't it? Yes, sir. So I suggest you pull it right. Pull together. All right. We're going back to the left. Since we sucked so bad the first time, we're going to try it again. Staff Sergeant, on your go.
3, 2, 1, pull!
Come on, come on. Faster, faster, faster. Come on, faster. Faster, faster, faster. Come on, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Stop. That was a whole lot better that time.
Making this work is my only option. I have no doubt in my mind, like, this is where I want to be. So when I step in the pole circle, it's complete focus. I mean, I treat this as a job.
You know, if you're not willing to put everything into it, then you're not going to get anything out of it.
I want all my children to be able to be proud of their dad, and the same way that I'm proud of mine. And I want to set the best example I can. And even my oldest is already showing, you know, signs of interest of this industry, and who knows, maybe have a generations of linemen coming down the pike.
If you're not willing to make that sacrifice, you're not willing to step outside of your comfort zone, then you're wasting your time with this.
You know, you kind of see all shapes and sizes, all walks of life here, and it's really not one person or one style of person that's achieving here. It is literally, just as you said, that mental toughness. If you're willing to push through and trust the process, then you're going to be all right.
She is the star and the car.